OpenAI's Sora 2 is all the hype right now, and I'm sure you guys have seen a ton of these AI videos now floating around everywhere. And in this video, I'm going to share all the important details that you need to know about Sora 2, how to set up a Sora account with best practices. I'm going to share with you how you can use ChatGPT Agent Mode to research viral trends and come up with prompts. I'm also going to show how you can access Sora 2 if you do not have an invite code. And I do not have any more invite codes, unfortunately, but hopefully some people will drop some in the comments. I'm also going to share how you can remove watermarks from Sora videos, along with a ton of other important details. So be sure to stick around for this full video. And if this is your first time to the channel, I appreciate you being here. Welcome. My name is Ryan, and I help founders and executives leverage AI to scale content, save time, and build strong personal brands online. And if you want to know my favorite AI tools, prompts, and automation templates, be sure to get my free AI Marketing Essentials Guide. You can find the link for this in the video description or pinned comment below. So in order to access Sora 2, you still must have an invite code, and I do have one invite code left. So whoever the first person is to like and comment on this video, I will be reaching out to you with my final Sora invite. Now, if you do not have a Sora invite code, you can still come to this website at sora.chatgpt.com and explore all of this AI created content with Abe Lincoln in the club. You got Tupac and Biggie as best buds now, and just all sorts of interesting creations here. Another thing to note is that you must be located in the United States. I think North America maybe, as some of my community members do have access in Canada. So if you're located overseas, you do need a VPN to alter your geolocation in order to access this website, browse around, and also generate videos using Sora. Now, first I want to show you guys some of my favorite creations that I've made with Sora, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this in the comments below.
You know what grinds my gears? All these AI creators calling every update insane! Boom! Most of these updates don't matter to your workflow. Stop confusing AI slop with meaningful output.
That one's gold. Obviously, most AI updates don't matter to your workflow. That's some truth right there. And here's another good WWE heel promo that I ended up creating. I just love the outputs that I'm getting with these types of things.
You cheer now? But I'm here to expose every fake creator in this business.
That's true. I'm here to expose all the fake gurus in this business. So again, I love these WWE heel promos with Sora 2, but you guys can obviously get creative here. And now I want to go ahead and show you how to actually set up the Sora application on your mobile device, including how to properly set up your Cameo. So I went ahead and got my iPhone out here, and I'm just going to screen record as I'm walking through this and also explain my thoughts when I'm going through this Sora setup process. So first things first, obviously inside the App Store, you need to install the Sora application. So whether that's the Apple App Store on iOS devices like an iPhone, or I believe the Sora application is available now inside the Google Play Store for Android devices. So simply come up here and type in Sora, go ahead and click enter. Make sure that you are installing the official Sora app from OpenAI. There's probably a ton of spoof applications at this point, so just make sure you're installing the official one. And then once you've done that, wait a few seconds till it's installed on your device, and then go ahead and launch the Sora application. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and delete my account and start from scratch. I don't even know exactly how I would do that. So obviously when you launch it for the first time, you're not going to be seeing all of these videos here that you've created, drafts, and this and that. These are the videos here that I actually have live on my profile. So if you follow me, I'll follow you back. You'll be able to see all these videos under posts. And then here you'll see drafts. These are all the videos that I haven't actually posted officially on my Sora account. So there's live posts, and then there's also drafts. Now, when it comes to settings here, I'm going to go ahead and click the settings option here. There's a lot of important things to note when setting up your settings for the first time. So if I click on, let's do data controls first, I would recommend not toggling on improve model for everyone. I don't want my content to be used to train OpenAI's models like Sora, for instance. You can leave personalized explore on. You can export your data. If you want to delete your account, that's a way to do it right there. So I wanted to call that one out first. Now, When it comes to Cameo access, you can create your own cameos. So this is my cameo right here that if I were to go ahead and generate a video with Sora 2, I could use my cameo in that output. And speaking of cameos, if I go to the main Sora page here and I click plus, like I want to create a video, notice these available cameos that I can use. Sam Altman, some other OpenAI employees, some people I follow. I believe Jake Paul has a cameo that's available to the public now. And the reason that I'm bringing that up is if I go back to Cameo access here, notice that mine is checked on mutuals. So that means anyone that follows me and I follow them, they can use my cameo. If I want to do only me, I can click only me, or if you want to make it publicly available to everyone, which I don't recommend doing, you can click everyone. Some other things here, they have cameo tips and whatnot. So one thing I will say about doing your cameo is it's very, very important that I would recommend speaking the entire time that you're doing this. So I'm actually going to go ahead and retake my cameo just to show you exactly what I'm going to do. So here you'll say you want to click start recording. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first. 297552. Hi, my name is Ryan Dozer. I'm an AI YouTuber, marketing expert, and I'm ready to make a video on Sora 2. So you'll see here you need to wait a little bit as my cameo footage is uploading. It could take up to a minute to verify who I am and whatnot. So just wait a few seconds and I'm going to skip ahead and wait till this is done. All right, so once the cameo is all set, go ahead and click continue, and now you should see your new cameo. And one thing that you'll notice there is I talked the entire time. I didn't just talk when it said say these numbers. I was talking when it told me to move my head in certain directions. And the reason for that is so simple but so important is because we want to feed it as much quality audio data as possible versus just saying those numbers. That way our outputs with our cameo can sound super realistic. And so once your cameo is done, obviously go ahead and click done. Now, there are other settings here you can configure with account, parental controls, DMs, this and that if you want to log out. I'm not going to get too far into the weeds there. But other than that, that is really how you set up your account with Sora 2. It's pretty self-explanatory at this point. And here's the main screen. If you want to scroll through the main screen of Sora, it's like TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube Shorts where you're just scrolling here. I'm not going to do that. And you guys can mess around with that if you want. You can search for things. It's just like TikTok search or Instagram search, or if you want to find people, find trending topics, you can definitely utilize this search feature. And then the big plus button here, like I talked about earlier, is how you can actually generate a new video from your phone. Now, you can generate just from a text prompt and adding certain cameos. You can upload an image here, which is that image icon, so you can definitely do that. But honestly, I'd recommend creating videos from the desktop version and not the mobile version. It's just going to be a lot easier to do it that way. So now I'm going to go ahead and hop over to the Sora desktop application and show you how you can create videos. All right, so I'm back on the desktop version of Sora 2, and let's go ahead and generate some videos using the prompt box below. A few important things to call out here. Number one, there's a settings option on desktop that I did not see on my mobile application where you can change this orientation from portrait to landscape. There's also the option here to upload an image if you want to do that. The other important thing to note about Sora generations is that as of this video recording, you can only generate up to 10 seconds of video, and you can also only generate up to 3 creations at once. I would imagine OpenAI is going to expand this over time. I can't imagine how overloaded their servers must be right now from just this nonstop generation of AI video. So the first thing you can do, I'm going to show you 3 different methods here to generate videos using Sora 2. The first thing you can do is come to this Explore tab, whether that's for you, following, top, or latest. And let's say I like this one with the monkey and the tornado, and I want to just remix it to something that's more relevant to me. Well, what I can do is go ahead and click on this and actually remix it. You'll notice an option here that says remix. So if you click remix, you'll notice there's all these different versions of the original video. Now, in order to do this effectively, I would recommend scrolling to the left and looking for the original video here. So click that. And then I would recommend copying and pasting this prompt right here, pulling up an LLM like ChatGPT. You can use Claude, Gemini, whatever if you want, and then say, I'm going to provide a Sora 2 prompt and I want you to repurpose it using my cameo and something that's relevant to me. So I'm going to post that prompt. that I got from that remixed videos. I want to remix it and make another version of that myself. And so I'm going to add that prompt right here. And I will leave this prompt and everything else that I mentioned in the video description below as well. And so here it's going to give me a repurpose Sora 2 prompt that's tailored to my Cameo. So it's generating the prompt right here. Here's the name. Notice how it says violent Iowa thunderstorm, as I'm located in Iowa, and ChatGPT knows that. That's an interesting observation there. And so I'm going to go ahead and copy this. Let's copy that prompt, come back to Sora, come back to the main page, go to that text box here, paste it in. Now, to use your Cameo, what you want to do, I'm going to find my name in that prompt. I'm going to hit the add button on my keyboard, and then here is my Cameo. Now, notice I can use these other Cameos, Sam Altman, some other people I follow, some other members of the OpenAI team that made their Cameo public, Jake Paul, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I'm going to talk about using other people's Cameos here in a little bit, but for now, we're just going to use my Cameo. And then what you want to do, obviously, is go ahead and click Create Video. And this is going to take probably anywhere from 30, 60, 90 seconds from my experience for these videos to generate. But that is the first method, is just scrolling through your Sora feed and then remixing existing videos using your Cameo. And now, while that video is generating here in my draft section, I'm going to go ahead and show you another method that you can use to generate Sora videos. Let's say you already have existing content, whether that's a YouTube video, a blog post, an email newsletter, social posts, etc. Well, what you can do is you can repurpose your existing content that's authentic to you for prompts that you can use to generate Sora 2 videos. So I was recently on this podcast episode here where I talk about everything AI, and this is actually me talking. So I pulled that transcript and basically wanted it to repurpose that transcript into Sora prompts that are relevant to me and my niche. And so long story short, this was an hour-long podcast. So there's a lot of good information in here. And as I scrolled down, it went ahead and generated these 3 Sora 2 prompts based on that transcript of the podcast. I had it, refine a couple things here, but then it came up with a realistic 10-second video showing Ryan Dozer standing on a city street at night, talking about AI slop. There's another one about fake AI generated content. So basically the themes that were reoccurring throughout that podcast. So what you could do then after repurposing your content, obviously you can refine this if you want, or you could just come in here, copy and paste these prompts that have been repurposed, come back into Sora 2, paste it in here. Now, remember, wherever you see your name where you want your Cameo to go, you would delete that, hit the app button, and then actually make sure that your Cameo is selected, or it will not work. Then go ahead and hit enter, and then obviously we're going to have to wait a little bit for this video to be generated. So now, while those 2 videos are generating, I want to show you a third and a little more advanced method for generating these Sora 2 prompts. And this involves ChatGPT Agent Mode. So you must be a paid user of ChatGPT in order to do what I'm about to show you. So go ahead and click the plus icon and you should find Agent Mode right here. And then what I would recommend is using this prompt, but also filling in your specific niche in Cameo. So the prompt reads the following. I want you to research the internet and find trending/viral Sora 2 videos and look for reoccurring themes. Then I'm saying it must be 10 seconds long, come up with ideas related to my niche, also apply this framework right here. And I will leave this entire thing in the video description below. Just make sure you go in and fill the relevant details to whatever your niche is. And then after about 5 minutes, it took 5 minutes, it pulled in 29 different sources. It found all these reoccurring themes of trending Sora 2 videos: body cam police chases, pop culture mashups, retro nostalgic commercials, mini dramas, impossible or surreal moments, blah, 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 right? And then after a few refinements here, it went ahead and generated 3 prompts like I asked it. Chasing the viral video idea with the body cam POV, AI marketing assistant, retro toy ad, secret sauce at the food court, right? Or food cart, excuse me. And so what you can do then is obviously refine it if you want, or we can just trial and error some of these prompts here. So I'm going to copy this one for a retro toy ad in 1985, come back to Sora 2, paste it in right here. I'm going to delete the quotation mark. Looks like my Cameo is not in here, which is fine. I don't need my Cameo for this example. Go ahead and hit enter. Now, you can also leverage Perplexity for something like this. I have Perplexity Pro. You don't need Perplexity Pro, but you can leverage it if you have it, and basically ask it the exact same thing as I copy and pasted this same prompt into perplexity as it scraped different sources, 52 sources in total, versus ChatGPT Agent's 29 sources. And then it found a little different themes and patterns, a lot of similar ones though as well. And then it came up with these 3 prompts here. AI marketing secret the gurus don't want you to know. ChatGPT replaced my team. This AI tool just broke Google Ads. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to, let's copy and paste this one, come back to Sora, paste that in here. I'm going to click enter. And then let's try one more. I'm going to try this AI secret that the marketing gurus don't want you to know. So I'm going to go back to Sora. Let's go ahead and paste that right here, click enter, and then I'm going to wait until some of these videos are generated so we can evaluate the results. All right, so after about a minute or so, my videos have been generated, and these are located in the draft section within your profile. So here's that first one I did where I remixed that monkey with that door cam and the tornado. So let's go ahead and click on this and see what it looks like.
Making faster than I can automate it! Oh!
So that was extremely creepy at the end there, but also very realistic. It looks and sounds just like me. Some of the cameos when you're creating things aren't this good, but some of them are very good. Here's the one where I repurposed that long form podcast episode into a video.
Real.
So kind of confusing, but again, it's somewhat realistic with my Cameo there. And then here's that one where I researched that viral trends, of the nostalgic toy ads. So let's see what this one looks like.
Whoa, it's you!
Turn it on. Press the yellow one.
Thanks, little buddy. You sparked my whole career.
Interesting. So in terms of pure quality, though, I mean, that's very impressive stuff here of what Sora 2 is generating. And now I'm going to go ahead and actually show you how you can remove the watermark on some of these Sora videos if you want to post them across different platforms like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, or even Instagram Reels. So even though it's a little creepy, let's use this tornado video as an example. So click on any video you want. You can post it to your Sora feed publicly, but you don't have to. Click this option with the 3 dots and then click download. This will download your Sora video into an MP4 file. That does have the watermark though on it. And so to remove the watermark, this is a good site that I found called Top Yappers with a free Sora watermark remover. I'm sure if you Google search this, there are dozens more at this point, but all you need to do is simply get your downloaded video, drag and drop it into here, and then go ahead and click remove watermark. And it does take, maybe a minute or two. And then after that, the watermark will be removed. You download the new file, drag it over to your desktop, and then you can go from there and post it on any relevant platform that you want. Now, a quick hack here, if you use this in an incognito browser, I think there's limits right now of like 5 videos per time that you do this. So a little hack here is if you do this in an incognito window, I believe you can remove several videos, the watermarks of several videos at once without running into these limitations. So I wanted to call that out. I will leave this website in the video description below. So while I just shared some useful information, of course, that only applies to those who have access to the Sora 2 interface with an invite code. So I want to share some alternatives here where you can still generate videos with Sora 2 without having an invite code. The first option here is called Higgsfield AI. Now, this is not free to use. If I click on pricing, it does start at $9 a month, but you're extremely limited. So if you want to try this out, I would recommend going with this $29 a month plan. If you don't like it, just cancel it. I don't have an affiliate link or anything to this. I've just heard some very good things about this site from members in my community. And with this Higgsfield AI, you can also generate videos from WAN 2.5, Kling, Google VO3. I didn't even know VO 3.1 was in the works, so that's news to me. So you get access to all of these different AI video models. You can generate AI images. They have a cool feature here called Sora Trends, where you can look for different, short form video trends on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram Reels. So that's really cool. But that's one option. Another option is HeyGen. This is an app that I use almost every week at this point, where I generate videos using my AI clone, but they have recently integrated Sora 2 into a lot of their features. If I click on the home screen of HeyGen as I'm logged in, click See All, where you can notice all the different apps and features, generate AI videos using Sora 2. Also, this UGC add video involves Sora 2, and if you click on Video Agent, it's still in beta mode, you can generate short form videos using this AI video agent from HeyGen, and that also uses Sora 2 in the background. So HeyGen is another platform leveraging Sora 2. We can also use Sora via API. So if I use make.com, N8N, Zapier, etc., and I type in OpenAI, go ahead and find their module here. If I scroll down, there should now be an action to generate a video. So if I click generate a video, notice here you have to establish your connection via API. I have several videos explaining how to do this, so I'll leave something relevant in the description below. Generate a video prompt, but if I click the drop down, I have two Sora 2 models that I could choose from, the normal one and also Sora 2 Pro. Now, a big word of caution here before you go down this path. If you look up the API pricing for generating videos with Sora, it can get very expensive. The normal system model here is 10 cents per second, but the Sora 2 Pro model is 50 cents per second. So in my mind, I might have to run some tests with this. I don't know how high quality the system Sora 2 model is versus the Sora 2 Pro model that is 5 times more expensive. So this can really add up if you're going to start using Sora's API and generating short form videos. So just keep that in mind. Next time you see some clickbait Sora 2 AI agent 100 node N8N workflow, this will add up very quickly if you're trying to leverage Sora's API. But I wanted to quickly show you some alternatives, whether that's using the API, using HeyGen, or using another platform like a Higgsfield AI to access Sora 2. So now that you better understand how to use Sora 2 and have fun playing around with it, I wanted to end my video by giving you my brutally honest take on why I think Sora is ultimately a net negative for society. But before I do that, I first want to admit, from a technological standpoint, this is unbelievable technology, especially when you compare Sora 2 to Sora 1. It's faster to generate, it's crisper, it's more realistic, it's more professional. It checks all the boxes of it being so much better than Sora 1. So I wanted to say that first. Now, in terms of the negatives, I went ahead and just kind of unloaded here on my email newsletter. This is where you get all of my uncensored takes, and if you're curious to hear those, I'll leave a link to sign up in the video description below. But essentially, I said that this Sora app is very, very concerning for society. And this is what concerns me right here. And this might sound harsh, but this is how I really feel about this. I said, think about how brain rotted you have to be to enjoy doom scrolling AI slop on Sora. This is a giant net negative for society. We have people already doom scrolling TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and attention spans are being destroyed by the day. And now we have AI slop infiltrating people's feeds, not only on the Sora app, but these AI slop videos are being uploaded to TikTok, to YouTube Shorts, to Instagram, to Facebook, so on and so forth. And we're now getting all sorts of social media feeds just filled with AI slop. And I also pointed out here, while the technology of Sora 2 is impressive, I do think that this Sora app, the one I've just been showing you through this whole video, I don't know what OpenAI is thinking here in terms of, why they're doing this or whatever, but in looking at it from just a tech talent and resources perspective, what an absolute waste, in my opinion. They could be focusing on so many other things at OpenAI, and I'm sure they have a ton of things going on with AGI and GPT-6 and all sorts of other projects here. But in terms of just the utilizing of proper talent and resources to create this Sora application and all the technology behind Sora 2, what an absolute waste of time and money. In my opinion, that is my brutally honest take with this whole thing. Not to mention all the deep fakes. Now, I didn't even talk about this, but for some reason, like you guys have probably seen these videos of Sam Altman floating around, Albert Einstein, Stephen Hawking, etc. But for whatever reason, when I try to go in here, like into my drafts and generate, Sam Altman's cameo, or I did one of, where was the one I did here of Stephen Hawking or something like that. And I kept getting all of these errors here. It said, this content may violate our guardrails. This content may include suggestive or racy material. But then when I scroll on the home screen, I see all sorts of these videos that I tried to generate, but then you have people creating these that somehow are bypassing all of these guidelines. So I don't understand that. But in terms of deepfakes here, this is just opening up Pandora's box, in my opinion. Like, I know that there's guardrails with Sam Altman. You can't make him do certain things. Like in the prompts here, they're not going to allow things to go. But who says that no one's going to make another version of the Sora app and have it more uncensored using similar technology with the API and jailbreak it per se, where now we have actual more deepfakes floating around on the internet. Then we're going to have possible defamation cases and blah, blah, blah with politicians and big time tech leaders. And this is just a rabbit hole that I am not, excited to go down. It's bound to happen, but I could ramble about this forever. And I'm sure you guys don't want to hear me keep going on and on about this. Now, a guy that I follow named Greg Eisenberg, he's very well known in the AI and tech space. He posted this graph the other day, essentially talking about how social media has actually peaked in 2022, with the average number of hours spent on social media per day declining up till about 2024, including to today. And so we're seeing a trend of people going off social media. And I think why this is important, I think the next billion-dollar opportunity here is that someone's going to create a non-AI social media feed. And someone else I follow, Ole Lehman, talked about this exact same thing. He said, I bet my entire net worth on the emergence of $1 billion non-AI social network soon. It's the most obvious anti-trend right now. Completely agree with that. As all these feeds with Meta's platforms like, Threads, Instagram, and Facebook, you got TikTok, you got YouTube Shorts, you got the actual Sora application, people are going to get so tired of this 100% AI-generated slop that they're going to be craving human authenticity. So I do believe that's the next billion-dollar idea. It's probably being worked on right now, is a non-AI social media app. But that is just kind of my brutally honest take of Sora, and I'm super curious to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. And if you've made it this far and you've enjoyed listening to me rant about this, I truly appreciate you. If you've made it this far and you found value in this Sora tutorial, be sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment below, but most importantly, I hope you all have a great day.